Hi, I'm Brian Kennedy from BioBuzz Networks. We're here filming live at CIC Philadelphia's Vendor Showcase. Today, 30 plus vendors will interact and show clients how to innovate and grow using their equipment and services. Today, I'm joined by Mark Federici from Thermo Fisher. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit about what you do at Thermo and a little bit about your background and history?
Sure. So I am the Global Director of Business Development for the Bioinnovations team, which sits within the Biosciences division at Thermo Fisher. My role is to support business development managers, which I have 5 of here in North America and 1 in Europe, to enable shared spaces, incubators, flex spaces with our technology. We look to sign owner operators, executives, the host building, to agreements, 3 to 5 years, so that we can get our instrumentation into the heart of the incubator, which is the shared lab. And this allows young emerging biotechs to enable technology that they might not be able to afford right out of the bat, and then utilize that instrumentation the day they sign the lease and do experiments in the afternoon.
You guys are a founding sponsor here at CIC in Philadelphia. Why CIC and why Philadelphia?
So 1, I got my undergraduate degree here in Philly, and I loved the Philadelphia area. 2, it was a great opportunity because Philadelphia has a wonderful life science atmosphere and ecosystem, great institutions. I am also the founding sponsor of another competitive incubator owner-operator system, and it just became happenstance that I was in the right place at the right time to move towards a sponsorship with CIC, and it's been wonderful ever since. They've now expanded to other sites in North America, and we're expanding with them.
What's the most rewarding part of that sponsorship and working with them?
So early off in my career, after I left Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York, I went to a small contract research organization, which probably would have benefited from being in the incubator space. We were small. We were a contract research organization that worked on, boutique-like science services. And I know what it's like to be an early biotech with not much money, little means, have to spend a lot in operational expenses and consumables and reagents. And, I really feel for the emerging biotechs these days. It's not a great biotech atmosphere that we have right now in terms of, real estate, in terms of interest rates. So, I find that I have the ability at Thermo Fisher to enable these young folks and entrepreneurs to become the next large biotech.
And you've been with Thermo Fisher through acquisition for a long time. Can you sort of walk through, Thermo Fisher is the gorilla in the industry, sort of walk through your experience and sort of Thermo's strategy with that?
Right. So, about 20 plus years ago, I was acquired by the then Invitrogen Corporation, which is now a brand of Thermo Fisher Scientific. I started off in early days in the drug discovery market, scientific services market. I was lucky enough to be a communicator of the sciences globally for the cell biology division, where I learned the life sciences, where I learned the continuum from small biotech to mid-sized biopharma to pharma. I got a great chance to communicate the science of the business to CEOs and CSOs and put agreements together and really learn the business over an 18 to 20 year career. And then based on that knowledge and the business development I learned there, was asked to build a program to enable shared spaces.
The last question I have for you is Philadelphia is, a number 6 ecosystem. We have obviously great things happening here. So expand on some things that you're seeing, but also what are some of the challenges that you think that Philadelphia, when compared to another ecosystem?
Yeah, again, I'm pretty partial to Philly. I want to put a rubber stamp for Thermo Fisher in this city. I think we've done a very good job with some other partners here in town. The science of Philly and the greater Philadelphia area is excellent. You look at the University of Pennsylvania, Wistar, Fox Chase, Thomas Jefferson, Temple, Drexel, they all have outstanding science and scientists and future entrepreneurs of the world. Being able to enable their dreams outside of their institutions is something I have a passion for. Some of the hurdles, the real estate business, the leasing, the interest rates, everything that we see as an everyday human being in our own lives, having the ability to afford and to, build a family and build your business here in town. That's one of the hurdles. We're going to get through it. It's going to be over the next year or two before we come out of this biotech bubble, but I'm very, very confident that Philadelphia will be at the heart of that growth.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you joining. And thank you to CIC and UCity Square for sponsoring this phenomenal event. Thank you to Persephone Biopartners for sponsoring these interviews. I'm Brian Kennedy from BioBuzz, and thank you for joining us.